Hi, my name is Danielle and I'm a Customer Success Manager here at Rallybound. And in this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to update the images that are found on your website. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is come into the Administrator's Portal, which you can see is this view right here in front of us. You would select the specific campaign that you want to modify. In this instance, we're working off the Be the Change video. I would click on the cog that has a pop-up saying Admin Panel, and I would go into the Admin Panel, which is the back end where you would add images. Now, once we're in the Admin Panel, you would want to go to the left-hand side, which has your different tabs, and go to Site Content and Media Library. This is where we're going to spend the majority of our time today. Now, what's important about the Media Library is that before you can do anything here, you're going to need to enable editing. A pop-up will come up warning you or asking you, are you sure you want to do this? Select yes, and you are now in the editing function. What you will need to do is come and upload a new image. And what's recommended is you would have all of the images that you want to use for your campaign. You would upload them all at one time, and then you can put them in the appropriate categories. If your images are not sized correctly, there's another tutorial video we have that will walk you through the steps of how to resize your images. And just as a disclaimer, not all of these images are sized correctly. For the purposes of the tutorial, I did the best that I could, but please don't judge. So to add the images to the media library, I can select one image, and it will tell me that the upload is complete. Or alternatively, I can select an image, hold the Shift key, and then select the last image I would choose to upload, and then say Open. And what it's going to do is start uploading all of these images at one time. While it's doing this, I'm going to go through the different categories that you can see behind us. The first category is uncategorized. Any of the images that are uploaded are going to be found within the uncategorized folder. The second category is user-to-user images, and this is the images that are used by fundraisers in their fundraising emails. Mobile logo is the logo used for mobile optimized sites. If you're not clear on what it means to have a mobile optimized site or what that looks like, please contact us at support@rallybound.com. Social shares are the logos for Facebook and LinkedIn shares. Homepage is the most important probably and the one we get the most questions about. This is going to be where the images reside that are on the front of your website, and anytime there's more than one image that's uploaded here, it's going to float through those images like a carousel. The photo gallery and the video gallery are static pages we have available that you will often link to on your main site if you just want to have a gallery of photos of the event or past year's events. Campaign image is going to be the image on the campaign card if you have a platform landing page that will give visitors or users the idea of what the campaign is. It is also going to be the image that exists right here on the left-hand side when you're first in the admin panel. The fundraiser page default hero image and team page default hero image are going to be the banner images that exist on your fundraiser's page after they register. And the default member image and default team image are going to be the smaller paid pictures that are also available when a fundraiser registers either as an individual or a team. Usually we leave these blank because we would like for the fundraisers to upload a profile picture themselves. If there's a default that you want to upload, feel free to do so. And then finally we have the WYSIWYG. When you're on the front of the site, when you enable editing, you have the option of linking to a URL. If you link to a URL and you upload an image through that interface, the images will show up here. Now, to get images into the different categories, you have to make sure enable editing is pressed. If you don't, then you'll just drag them and nothing's going to happen and you're going to think you're going crazy, but in all actuality, you're not. You just need to make sure that you have enabled editing first. So I'm just going to go through and add images to these different categories. I'm going to put the smaller images in the social share, maybe add a couple of these images into the user to user, so that way They can send these emails in their fundraisers. Let's see, I'm going to pull this one down to the team page default hero image, even though I know it's not sized correctly. I'm going to add this one, let's just say here, although I also know that one's not sized correctly. And once I have the images in the appropriate folders, I'm going to want to look and see what it looks like to make sure that there's nothing that needs to be changed, none of the images need to be resized, and that I'm happy with how the site looks because it's a reflection of your campaign. So now that they're in the folders, you can see I still have some other ones I haven't put in the different folders. I can choose to use those at a later time if I want to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reset and refresh. And what that's going to do is save my settings. So now I want to look and see what my front end of the site looks like with the images that float through as the carousel. So if you come to edit content on site, it will give you the option of editing the content on your site. In the same way you would be able to do so if you actually went to your URL as an admin, this is the same view that you would see. And you can see here all of those images that I added to the home page are floating through as a carousel here. Immediately I can say, wow, that one, it needs to be a higher quality. This, I want to make sure that it's resized a little bit so that way there's more space at the top. But it gives us an idea of what it looks like. To see what the images look like on the personal pages, I will go down to personal page default, and I will be able to see the banner image for the individual fundraisers page. And if I scroll down to the bottom, I would be able to see what it looks like for the team's fundraiser page. If I want to enable editing on the front of my site, which can be done through Edit Content on Site, or alternatively, I can come to just my URL, and as an administrator, I still have these controls available to me. When I click on Enable Editing, I will see the containers in a different color where there's a word editor available. When I click on the word editor, I'll be able to update the messaging on my site. I can do that through CSS or HTML. I can also just use it through typing words and changing the style, the color of the font. I can choose to link to an outside URL. I can add tables and containers, and I can also add images, which here is where you can see where you can upload specific images, and that's where they'll show up in the WYSIWYG, which is in your media library down at the bottom. I hope this was helpful. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact us at support@rallybound.com. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.